Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm back at the Devil's Pulpit. Let's go. We have a very, very frosty morning. It was -4 in the car when I set off, and it's just about sunrise. In fact, look at the beautiful light on these trees. It kind of dawned on me the other day there that I don't think I've ever actually visited this location when it's been autumn. Oh wow, look at this. How spectacular is that? I love the way the light is catching those trees, and those overhanging branches are just creating, it's almost like an archway. That is absolutely beautiful. This might actually be the first shot of the morning. Yeah, I shot that handheld, but I did use this fallen branch as a bit of support, but it's essentially handheld. What I did was I increased the ISO to 400, and that allowed me to get a shutter speed that hopefully worked. Right, heading up and over towards the access point to the gorge. The first thing that's really obvious if coming at this time of the year is because the tree canopy is a lot lighter, a lot barer, there's a lot less leaves, I guess I'm trying to say. It means you can see the extent of the gorge a lot more than you would do in the middle of summer. I've never seen it like this before, so already I'm really glad that I'm here. And the good news is, as before, I've got the place to myself so far. As everybody knows that's been here, the access down those stairs are a bit iffy, and I strongly suspect that in a frost with lots and lots of fallen leaves, it's going to be even dodgier. So I'm not actually going to go that way this time. I'm going to go further up the gorge, where I believe you can get access to the stream further up, and possibly make my way along the gorge. That's the plan anyway. This here is the part of the gorge I'm hoping to walk along. I've got to be honest, I've no idea if it's even possible. I don't know how deep the water gets, but I wanted to try and do something different. And you can see here just how frosty it is. Well, I've made it down to the other access point. We don't have any direct light at the moment in the gorge, but what I'm going to do is try and scope out some possible views and compositions. This little ridge here with the water, I may use that as a foreground, get down quite low actually in the water, and then you have this outcrop here which looks like it might have a bit of potential, and also all these boulders actually in the water as well look as though they may have some potential as well. So look out for a shot here and possibly one with this overhang and these boulders. After much slipping and sliding and a combination of wet leaves and frost, I've managed to get down into the water. So I'm just going to make my way along here to that little ridge in the hope that I'll be able to find a composition there. Okay, let me talk you through this shot. Basically what I've done is I've focused on that little rock with the leaves. Just there we have that little ridge that I said I would like to use as a foreground. I'm going to go a little closer to that as well, but at the moment we're using the line of the reflected light to lead the eye up into the gorge itself. And yeah, it looks okay. I've got some lovely light on the trees above now, so as always I'm trying to exclude as much of the sky as possible because it's making exposure a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay at the moment. I'm shooting at ISO 100 f11 and that's giving me a 2-second exposure, so that'll introduce just a little bit of movement in the water, but not too much. Okay, slightly closer to the ridge, still not as close as I hope to get, but I found this other composition, so same idea. I've focused on the leaves on this rock here. We've got the ridge off to the left of the frame, and then the line of reflected light which is just breaking through the top of the gorge, leading the eye up to the gorge itself. Now I've completely excluded the sky on this one because it's just too bright, so the composition is effectively something like that. Okay, here's another composition. I'm shooting in vertical format now, and basically what I've done is I've focused on this little area of white water just at the lip of that little ridge, focused on that, and then leading the eye right up to those beautiful colours in the trees. Right, enough of this bit. I'm going to go a little bit further along into the gorge and see if we can find a composition or two there. Look at this for a shot. I might go very wide. This feels very grand and it feels like it should be a big square crop. Probably from this all the gorge here, all the way across to this wall. And obviously including the blood red water as well. Right, got to shut up and get set up. I'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah, I think I've reached the end of where I can walk. It's beginning to look extremely deep down there. That's a shame. I'm going to try to cross back over the water just here and get onto that little ledge, and that should allow me to get access to that relatively dry area there, and that might allow me to shoot up the gorge a little bit. That's the thinking anyway. Yeah, so there you are. I'm on the other side now. I was shooting just on that little dry patch earlier, but I've now come over to the other side of the gorge. Yeah, that's allowing me to get a little bit further up the gorge. And I'm also seeing if there's a shot where I can use these fallen rocks as foreground. And the lovely light on those trees as well. Right, what do you think of this shot? It's a vertical crop. I'm focused on these rocks here, and I'm allowing up to that yellow coloured tree. That's the composition. That's it there in the back of the camera. Okay, let me talk you through this shot. I think this might actually be my last shot from the gorge today. I focused on that. It's a vertical crop, focused on that boulder with the leaves, and the image goes all the way up to include just this little bit of sky above this outcrop, the outcrop itself, and those beautiful colours in the trees above. I say this might be the last shot because There's been a rather alarming development. As I was in the gorge taking images, I started to hear stones falling from the top of the gorge, and I don't know if it's the frost that we've had and it's maybe caused a few stones to come loose or whatever, but they were falling with alarming regularity, so I don't really want to be down here too long without a hard hat. Okay, so before I left, I thought I'd get that shot that I saw first when I arrived. So the little ridge, front and centre, leading up to the outcrop in the back, and some light, just like that. Shooting at f10, 1.3 seconds, 100 ISO. And I'm wide open at 16mm on the 16 to 35. So, hopefully today's video showed you that if you don't fancy braving those steps, then there are other ways of seeing the Devil's Pulpit. So, that's us for the Devil's Pulpit. Hope you enjoyed. Give it a little thumbs up if you did. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, then feel free to subscribe, and I'll leave a link below to my newsletter if you want to sign up for that. And yeah, in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, bye.